the TeamClearCoat podcast. We're two friends finally doing something about our obsession with cars.
We're probably not doing it well, but it should be fun, and we might actually learn something along the way. I'm Dave.
And I'm Ian, and this is our show.
Ian, how are you feeling now?
Energized, refreshed,
restored. Ian?
I have a lot of hashtag wellness right now.
Well, hashtag namaste karting to you.
Hashtag fuck off. Namaste.
I'm Dave.
I am Ian.
This is the Team ClearCoat podcast, Ian.
Correct.
Ian and I just did a thing.
Yeah.
So it's been a week, and it's only Monday.
Oh, it has been a week.
Right?
Yes.
This shit's been crazy lately, man. Right?
It has been. Everything is very dumb.
Yeah.
It's incredibly dumb right now.
Right.
And so we thought, well, you had the great idea of making it less dumb by squeezing I got over to your house a little bit earlier than normal.
Right.
And instead of capitalizing on that and being more productive for the show,
Right.
we thought, no, let's go karting instead. And I was here for it.
You know, I think there's a lot to be said about, like, you and I, like, the headspace that we're in, we bring that into the show, right?
Yeah.
And so there's been days where it's like we're having an off day, like we're having a super rough day, so we don't record that night. You know, one of us has something going on. I'm having an existential meltdown, something like that, right?
Yeah.
You know, and so like tonight was just one of those nights where it was like, come on, let's, you know, this is like halftime locker room.
I've been
speech.
trying for like 6 months to convince my insurance company that karting is self-care, but I've gotten nowhere.
You know what? Yeah, if you could knock that copay down for Unser laps, that
Right?
would be freaking sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd hit my lifetime maximum like that.
Exactly. You want socialist karting and you want it now.
I do.
Yeah.
Karting is a right.
It is. It is not a privilege. It is a right.
It's a right.
Yeah. Yeah. So
it was not a right for the people we encountered tonight.
You are correct. We had some very interesting heats. I set my very best time I've ever set.
I know, and it was our first heat too.
Yeah,
and that was our first time back there in like a long time.
First one out of the gate. You know, 30.5, 30.56.
Yeah,
Yeah, or 30.6.
It was 30.6.
30.6. Yeah. Ian,
very good job.
thank you.
I was a little salty about it because I got third in that heat.
You did. Because the way it worked is you kept trying to pass someone who would not, they didn't throw any blue flags the first heat, so the person in front of you just kind of kept driving. And you guys were like playfully battling, but like for the entire heat.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And while you were battling them, I just slowly crept up on you, and you guys had cleared all the traffic. So that was it.
Yeah, we were just like your blockers, and you were just like linebacker.
Yeah. Sports thing.
I don't know if any of that made sense.
Yeah.
But then the second heat,
Uh-huh.
wasn't that bad. There was some traffic issues, but nothing too crazy.
Right.
And then I got a fairly fast time.
You did great. Yeah, you pulled a 30.5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The third heat, though.
The third heat was insane.
What was that?
So
I'm pulling up the times.
Yeah, so the third heat was 8 karts, right?
Yeah.
Our previous heats were just like 4 or 5, and the field was full of pedestrians. There were a couple fast-ish people with us.
So let me just give you some numbers here. So this is not a long lap, right? So my fastest ever time is a 29.6.
Right, and mine's a 36.
Right, and I'm
30.6,
consistently in kind of like the mid-30s.
Mid-30s, yeah.
Like I can show up on an off day and get like a 30.7 pretty regularly.
Right.
I had a 31.0 was my fastest lap.
Right. During this race full of pedestrians.
During and I was the fastest one. With
Right.
a 31.0, which is that's a quick time, but it's not like outrageous. The fastest lap of the last person, this was their fast lap, was a 54.3.
Right.
I didn't know that was possible.
They were slow to the point where it was dangerous.
They did literally half the laps that we did.
Right. And we passed them almost twice a lap.
Well, every 2 laps we passed them.
Yeah, every 2 laps we passed them.
Because we did 8 laps, they did 4. Every 2 laps we passed them.
Yeah.
And then the other 2 were like a 42.0 and a 42.4. So like a 10-second differential on a track that is 30 seconds long.
Right, where there's no like super long clean straightaways.
That's an insane speed differential.
It was dangerous.
So you would like arrive on the scene.
Yeah. We were talking about this. Yeah, you show up like hey, I'm here for this corner.
Yeah, I'm here for this corner. And
roll call, Ian.
Right.
Present. Yes,
I'm here. But so is this like piece of concrete that's in front of me all of a sudden.
Right.
That just appeared out of nowhere, dropped out of the sky.
Yeah, it was like those thwomps in Mario Kart. Just boom.
Yeah, because you're like, you kind of have when you're racing with civilians, we'll call them.
Right. Yeah, pedestrian civilians.
At these like rental car places, you kind of have your eyes up, and you kind of have like an expectation of like, okay, they're going to be slow, but like I know how quickly I'm going to catch people.
Right.
And then when you catch people that quickly, it's like jarring.
Yeah, it is. It's like, oh, like something's wrong. Are they okay?
Right. Well, but then it also like you just are unprepared.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like you'll look ahead and say, okay, well, I'll get him at this corner. Like this is the next area where I'll get a clean pass. And by the time that you're halfway through that thought, you're already running into the back of him.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, I don't know how you are, but like I glance at traffic, but I never look at traffic.
Fixate on it. Yeah.
Right. So my eyes are already over to the corner.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, they're here.
Right.
They're right here.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing you can do.
What did you say? It was like showing up for an indoor soccer game. And
like getting all limbered up and like you're ready to like work hard and everything.
Right.
But then there's a tiger there.
We did some work chopping through that traffic, man.
Yeah, I was more out of breath doing that than I was after like one of those like races that we do. Like one of the league races.
Right? Yeah.
Like it was hard work.
Yeah.
Like at one point I passed all 3 of them in a lap within like 100 yards of each other.
Yeah.
And it was just like a video game, like like slalom. It was a slalom.
There you go. Yeah. We had a moving slalom course. Yeah, and that was the thing, because sometimes they would go the outside, sometimes they would go the inside.
Yeah. Sometimes they would just break in the middle of the straightaway in the middle of the track.
Right. Yep.
No reason why.
Yep.
Just going too fast.
Yep. Yeah.
Craziness.
I did have one guy, I made a mistake. We should talk about this too. Like, I did have one guy make kind of like up and under me a little bit when I made a mistake around the bottom hairpin. And so I was coming around, and it was like I'm faster than you. Like, I caught you, I've passed you, and then as soon as I passed you, I made this little mistake, right? And then he boxed me out. And I had to wait a whole nother half lap to pass him. But just that feeling of like, okay, all right, well, I'm going to get past you. Now I have, and goodbye.
But also when you do that, when you make a mistake and they pass you again, you're like, I deserve this.
Right, true.
I'm here because I did this to myself.
Yep, exactly. Oh, and so the second heat, this was my favorite moment of the second heat. Last lap. There's a person in front of Ian that's not paying attention to blue flags, running maybe like, 35s, 36s, somewhere around there?
He was a little faster.
Yeah.
33s, 34, somewhere in there.
Yeah. And they were just tucking in to every apex. They were almost impossible to pass.
Because they were just park on the apex.
Right.
Just parked.
Yeah. Just emergency brake on.
Yep.
Right?
Picnic time.
Yeah.
And then I'll get back in.
And then there was one part where
it was a hairpin where I finally got smart. It was like, okay, I'll go around the outside of him.
Yes.
Because I kept trying to up and under him.
Yeah.
That usually is what works there really well.
Right.
Because usually the way that people are slow is that they go way too deep in the corner.
Exactly.
But he wasn't doing that really. He was like taking a wide line, but then like almost doing like 2 corners. So he'd start out wide.
Yes.
And then go in and then end up with a really shallow line.
Yeah.
And then back out to so it was like really hard to find a line to pass this guy.
Right.
But then, yeah, so I decided I got the bright idea. I'm going to go around the outside. And I knew it was a bad idea because I knew you were right behind me.
I was right behind him, and I was like, well, there's a cart-sized hole right here.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put my cart in it and go like front wheel to Ian's back wheel, and let's just see what happens.
It's a pit maneuver for anyone not paying attention at home.
Yeah, and you boxed me out at the hairpin, and we ran into the barriers, and that was hilarious. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I got past him, though.
Yeah.
And it meant nothing. 'Cause
Exactly. Exactly.
It was the last lap where we already ruined it.
Yeah. That's certainly something. Like I was a little worried after we had talked after we came back. I was like, would you do what I did if the roles were reversed?
Yeah, no hesitation, yes.
Yeah. Then I know it's okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because the other thing too is like we talked about this as well, like it's a lot of times counterintuitively it's easier to pass two cars than it is to pass one car.
Because they're making trouble for each other.
Right. And they're paying attention to each other.
Right.
And then you can just be like
Yeah. Right on through. Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
And then you can like, ain't I a stinker? Like right past him. Like Bugs Bunny it.
Yeah, there you go. Yes. Yeah.
It's perfect.
So
anyway.
Yeah, karting. Important for mental health.
It is important for me.
Everybody find your mental island.
And that was my slowest, fastest lap for a long time, for a while.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was hard work.
Right. Yeah.
And like, I'm proud of that 31.0.
You worked harder for...
I've never worked harder for a slower lap.
Yeah. Yeah. Right?
It was crazy.
Yeah. But you did great.
Thank you. You too,
Yeah.
buddy.
Thanks,
you were right
man.
behind me the whole time.
I
Cutting through traffic. There was a few passes that I made that was like, there's no way Dave's following me through there because that gap was closed.
Right.
The second I went through.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a little bit of me moving some people around.
You had no choice.
Especially in that last heat.
Nothing you could do.
Yep. Yeah. So I don't know. It's important.
I want to move it on.
Okay. All right.
Because I have, for once, a garage update.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. For once, like nothing ever happens between those two cars.
No.
Okay.
It's always it's puppies and sunshine over there.
Uh huh.
So the Saab.
Yes.
So I was in the Saab. I was taking my son Nico, who's 4, to get hair. We were gonna both go get haircuts.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say heroin at first. I was like, wow.
Well, that was Thursday.
He grew up so fast.
No. No. So we were going to get haircuts, and I get in the car first of all, and shock of shocks, it's out of gas.
Oh no, Ian.
Like it's like it's like at an eighth tank, and that's where the red light or the red thing and the gas light comes on, and that's at about 30 miles to empty.
Okay.
So that's about a gallon and a half, 2 gallons.
Right.
At the rate that thing sucks fuel.
No, yeah. For mine, 30 miles is about when it comes on. That's about 2 gallons. Yeah.
Right. So it's not outrageously low or anything. But it's,
right.
Lower than I want the car to be.
Right. Lower
Jenny,
than you.
I know you're not listening. No, we're doing marital counseling.
Yes.
Anyway, so whatever. So I was driving to the gas station.
Yes.
I'm about a mile from our house when the gas light comes on, and I'm like 20 yards from the gas station.
Okay. All right.
So the gas light comes on.
Uh-huh.
And all hell breaks loose. Right at this moment, I get a traction control error.
What?
And then an ABS failure error.
What?
And then an engine light.
What?
And then the transmission goes into limp mode.
What?
Yeah.
You just Christmas treed your car.
Yep. And I was like,
turns out your transmission runs on gasoline.
I don't know what happened. So I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And I'm like racking my brain trying to figure out like what is causing this problem. And it was to the point where like the rear brakes were on, so like I couldn't reverse.
Oh my God.
It
Ian?
was in limp mode. So and then it wouldn't get out of second gear. Like even in manual mode, like I couldn't shift out of second gear.
Ian.
And so I was like freaking out, panicking, didn't know what to do. So I ended up clearing the code, clearing all the codes.
Okay.
So like I have the Torque app and I have like a
Yes,
Bluetooth enabled thing. So I cleared the codes and restarted the car.
Yes.
All has been well since.
No. What?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was trying to find a picture of your Turbo X.
I even like the next day. So I limped it home
Yeah.
and then did that in the driveway. I mean, it was fine. But then I had to like switch cars and go because we were
right
waiting for our hair appointment.
Right.
And then I didn't get a chance to drive it till the next morning. So then I took it out. I put gas in it. You know, I didn't fill it up because I knew if I filled that fucker up,
That's when the gas tank would need to be drained.
it would definitely break.
Okay.
So I put like $20 of gas in it.
Right.
And gave it the old Italian tune-up for a while.
Drive it hard.
Drove it around for a while. No issues.
What?
That was Thursday, and we've driven it every day since. And
You're
there's
kidding me.
been no problems. I've got nothing. So, and I like posted it in the Turbo X owners group on Facebook,
Okay.
and like all of the like people are just doing guesses, and they're like, "It's the mass airflow sensor." I'm like, "But why?
Why?
But why?"
Why?
And I still don't. No one I don't think thinks that it's the gas. They all think that the gaslight is a coincidence.
Right.
But
You would hope.
but is it?
Right.
Well, I don't know.
I guess there's one way to find out.
I just don't. So I posted the codes because the Torque app, you can log them. So I logged them before I cleared them.
Smart move. Did you have enough space on your phone for it?
Barely. So I had 4 codes.
Okay.
A powertrain three powertrain codes.
Can I get 4 powertrain codes?
One of them was a mass airflow sensor, transmission control system. I think one of them was ABS or traction control.
What the hell, man?
No idea.
Dude.
No idea. So one person commented that the same thing happened, and they flushed their transmission, and it never got fixed. I was like, well, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Everyone else said mass airflow sensor is going bad. Someone else said bad battery. That was the first thing I checked because, well, like a bad battery, like a battery that's going bad or losing a charge, can just like freak a computer out.
Right. True.
So like when I got stranded in Vail with my car,
alternator workshop.
Alternator workshop.
Yeah.
That was what happened. Like I had like an airbag light came on and then it went off.
Yeah.
And then
That's
traction control
right.
light,
Yeah.
and then it went off.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing I checked in the morning was it's 12 volts with it off, 14 volts with it charging.
Okay.
Everything seems to be fine.
Okay.
And it hasn't like not started or anything. Like it's just been fine. And then I think most people think it's the mass airflow sensor or throttle body, a dirty throttle body. I said, honestly, I think the most likely explanation is that I actually thought the sentence, the Saab has been running pretty well lately. And then I said, dumb, I know.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I need to create a fake account and just start lurking in the Saab Turbo X owner group.
And just like
here's my idea to troll you guys, right? As much as I love you, I kind of want to fuck with you, right? I like if you said, "Here's the problem I'm having."
Oh, I know it for sure.
I would be like, spark plug number 3, because anything you throw at you at that point,
I'd be like, let's try it.
Right, you're not going to rule out like smash cut to you like shoving a turkey sandwich into the air intake and being like, Scobby Doo number 74 on Facebook said it would work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like that was weird.
That car is insane. It is possessed.
It's crazy.
It's possessed by the soul of a dead Saab.
Yeah. But I also want to bring up the fact that you brought it up, and I was going to bring it up anyway. Alternator workshop.
Yeah.
Why are both of my cars so unhelpful? Like they
true.
just give me just no information, just incorrect information all the time.
Right. Yeah. I don't know, Ian.
It's horrendous.
Yeah,
it's horrendous.
2 different brands.
Yeah.
Same problem.
Yeah, me.
Right. Well, no, just crazy.
Yeah.
Shotgun information.
Which brings me
to an FMK Cars.
FMK Cars is a game that we play on the show. It's based on the classic game of Fuck, Marry, Kill, except we play it with cars instead of people because we're nice. F means you drive it for a day. M means you marry it. It's your new daily driver. K means you kill it. It goes to the crusher immediately. This one is called... This... What?
Oh, I was gonna clear my voice with you. I figured you were gonna do a little hem.
No, this one is called "This Station is Non-Operational."
Okay.
Cars with non-helpful error messages.
Okay.
That was a music reference, and I don't think you got it.
Was it David Bowie?
It was not.
Okay.
It was from At the Drive-In. Okay.
I'm definitely not getting that one.
Cars with non-helpful error messages.
Okay.
So in this one, you're gonna get a car, and then whenever anything goes wrong with the car, no matter what it is, like if your tire pressure is low,
Okay.
if your door is ajar,
Sure.
no matter what it is, if your engine has blown up, you will get this message displayed on the dash.
Okay.
And all of these cars have futuristic, air quotes, digital dashes from the 1980s.
There it is. There it is. Okay. All right. Aston Martin Lagonda.
No.
Okay.
1984 Toyota Cressida.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This will display just the text, "Car is broken."
I knew a guy that had a Cressida in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, see if you can find interior.
Yeah, sure.
An interior shot. It's actually pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That second one is pretty good.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
That looks pretty good. That is all of the 80s.
Yes.
Yeah. That is a stately 80s sedan.
Absolutely it is.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one, they get a little crazier as we go. The next one is a concept car, the Lancia Orca concept.
Okay. Oh, let me see here. Okay.
Yeah. It's
Orca.
a pretty cool car.
Oh. I think nope, I'm mixing this up with something.
So that's what it looks like on the outside, and then look at that dash.
Whoa, Ian, look at that dash.
Yeah, it's got like a Casio watch on the steering wheel, which is crazy.
Wow.
But also look at the car. The car is really cool looking.
Yeah, let's see here. What is this? Lancia Concepts.
There you go.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, that's not that one.
Oh,
that's
there's the
one.
Orca. Look at that. You got like sine waves. You have like an oscilloscope on your dash. It looks like, what was that kid robot from the 80s morning TV shows? Like,
I got nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
What you're talking about.
Yeah. That is a cool looking little car.
Yeah, right.
Looks like a Suzuki or an Isuzu Impulse kind of.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I dig that. I like the Orca.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, look at that A-pillar accent for the window.
Yeah.
That's cool as hell. Yeah, nice, dude. Okay, so what happens when something goes wrong with this?
Wind has blown from Spirit.
Okay, all right, so I get a little bit of a namaste motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So
Okay.
the next one is a 1987 Cadillac Alante.
Oh, yep. Oh, God, those cars are bad. Okay. All right, 1987 Alante.
L-A-N-T-E.
A-N-T-E. Okay.
This is Dave and Ian Google.
Yeah, this is David. Yeah. Oh, man, look at that stripe, Ian.
I like it.
Yeah, me too. We want to, like, turn one of these into a rallycross car.
Yeah.
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 Right?
LS it. See if you can find a picture of the interior.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Since that's what this is all about.
All the boot, yeah.
Interior.
All right, let's see here. Let's stop looking for free images. And, yep, here we go.
There you go.
All right, yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
Super cool, right?
Yes.
The dash
Oh,
is
man,
awesome.
like the steering wheel is only 2-spoke, and it has, like, this weird twist to the flutes. Yeah.
Well, and the dials are digital, and they're very like fighter pilot-y.
Absolutely. Yeah. This looks like you're sitting in like an old F-15.
It's super cool.
Yeah.
All right,
an
so
F4 Phantom or something.
So this one is, if anything goes wrong with the car, or you have anything, you have a dome light on or anything like that,
sure.
it says mechanical is electrical and confused.
I like that. Did you just make these up? Did you run them through Google Translate?
I did not.
Different languages?
I should have though. Like Google Translate, like 7 steps, and then back to English.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's kind of what I was going for though.
I think I'm gonna marry. What does the orca say to me again?
Wind has blown from spirits.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay.
And also you're gonna have to. It should be implied that you're gonna have to troubleshoot these cars.
Based off of that.
Often.
Yeah.
As well, because you're owning them now.
Right.
And they've just been cars.
Right.
They're not museum pieces or anything like that.
Right. I am going to marry the Cadillac Alante.
And like when you put it in the forum search thing, it's just all of the posts. Every single post.
You might as well put in asterisks.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
You're going to marry the Alante.
I think so.
Based on the car or based on the mechanical is electrical and confused?
That, yes. Based on the car, the interior, and the air message.
Okay.
The trifecta, if you will.
Okay.
Then for a day, definitely the Orca.
Okay.
And then I think I have to kill the Lancia, which is kind of sad. Or not Lancia. The Toyota.
The Cressida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of sad, but like, I don't know. I want something weird. I want to go out on top, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. What would you do?
I think I would marry the Lancia Orca.
Okay.
I just think it's super weird.
Oh,
and
it is
cool.
weird, yeah.
And then I would also crush the Toyota and F the Cadillac.
Okay. Nice. I like that. Alternative effects shop.
Yeah, but I also think that like an error message that says something is both a mechanical problem and an electrical problem would drive, even though it's equally as unhelpful. It's no less helpful really than wind has blown from spirit. It would make me angry,
right? Because
like, irrationally,
it's getting closer to almost being usable.
Yes,
but also similarly equally backing away from usability.
Yes,
It
exactly.
is Schrodinger's engine code. It exists in a super state of helpful and not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, say with car is broken.
Right.
That is factually correct. That's the only factually correct statement.
That's true.
Of the three.
That's true. Yeah.
No more helpful though.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, I guess you know when it isn't broken.
True. True. You also know when the wind has not blown from the spirit.
True.
So,
when the wind still has said spirit.
yes.
Yeah. R-E
Oh
spirit, comma having of.
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay. I really like that. I'm thankful that your weird ass phantom engine codes went away.
Let's not
now.
say for now.
Yeah.
They'll be back.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Next thing you know, like you're going to like turn left and your trunk is like the hatch is just going to open.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't even know.
Like the rear bumper's just going to eject off the car.
Yeah.
Something like
So I'm going with the ostrich mechanic
Yes.
approach.
Yep.
And just like or like we'll call it the have you ever read Savage Love? The
oh yeah.
Dan's,
every post. Yeah.
the Dan Savage advice column.
Yeah.
And he will occasionally advise someone to just stuff it down the memory hole.
Yeah.
And that is what I'm doing with that. That's my approach right now with that car. Those engine codes never happened.
Right. Holes are
limp mode
stuffed.
Never occurred.
Never occurred.
There's been no limp mode here.
Yeah. This isn't even plausible deniability. This is just straight up denial.
Which is why I've recorded it for posterity on the internet.
Exactly.
It's in the memory hole.
It is.
We'll never speak of it again. It's canon that it didn't happen.
Ian?
Yes.
I
wanted to, you have Prius driver written on the talkabouts agenda, and I don't know what that means.
This is topical TeamClearCoat news story.
Oh.
So today or yesterday, Jalopnik posted an article about a Prius driver getting pulled over, which I know we can normally applaud, right?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Prius driver.
Golf clap.
Okay.
I was trying to stall so you could bring it up.
Oh, I've got it.
Oh,
Ian.
okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So let's see here. Torchinsky wrote this. This was on Jalopnik. Prius driver refuses to pull over for a cop because she drives a Prius.
Okay.
Ian, would you briefly tell people what the stereotypical Prius owner is all about?
Well, I think actually South Park, which is kind of falling out of favor, I know, but
I don't think so.
has had a good kind of roundup of that with the people who smell their own farts.
Yep, the smugness and talk with their eyes closed.
Yes.
Yeah, the gas mileage is just really good and right?
Yeah.
I met someone a while ago that talked with their eyes closed, and I was like, I want to punch a fucking hole in your face.
Yeah, I've met a few people like that. Anyway.
Yeah. So, South Park nailed it. So, police officer. Okay, so the way this happened is Marysville, Washington. Washington's State Patrol trooper noticed a white Prius driving on expired license plate tags. Trooper turned on his lights, but according to the arrest report, so shit got good from there. According to the arrest report, 42-year-old Jamie Petrozzi made no attempt to pull over. About a mile later, she left the highway, stopped at an intersection, prompting the trooper to use his loudspeaker to tell her to get out of the road. Petrozzi remained in the intersection, so the trooper approached the driver's window and again told her to pull off the road. This is when she said, "I will not. I drive a Prius. I'm not pulling over there."
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Does it provide any explanation?
It says, Torchinsky writes, while it's not clear why owning a Prius would keep someone from pulling over anywhere, the report suggested that she wouldn't pull over onto the shoulder because her tires kept popping. So what does having a fucking Prius have to do with anything? Right?
That's amazing.
So it gets better, Ian. Worse for her, better for the story. Petrozzi said she would pull into a bank parking lot that presumably nearby. After the fourth request to pull off the road was refused, she was forced out of the car, which prompted her to tell the trooper, "I will own your bank account. I will own your house." Yeah, this took a turn quick. So just in case that didn't endear Petrozzi enough to the cop, Torchinsky writes, when asked for her name, she said, "None of your business." She was arrested for investigation of failing to obey instructions, failing to identify herself, and for obstruction, which are all misdemeanors. Yikes. That all should combine into a fucking felony. I don't care who you are. You drive a fucking Prius. You don't get to say, "I'm not pulling over there. I drive a Prius."
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's one of those things where it's like, you're not helping the stereotype. Right? Like,
I'm all for finding a parking lot instead of going over on the hard shoulder if it works out that way.
Right.
I've had a lot of practice at proper.
I was gonna say, I
traffic
remember
stop
you and
etiquette.
I being in a parking lot in Iowa. Yeah.
Oh, and I got the procedure down.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not part of the procedure.
No, it's not. I did have a police officer that had pulled me over one time tell me when I had pulled off to like what I thought was a safer place. He was like, from now on, don't go somewhere else from where I pull you over, because I don't know if maybe you've called somebody to like ambush me, right? If you go away from where I'm pulling you over and you just go like one step away, I don't know if it's to like ambush me or something. Like, I know
that's a little
where
crazy.
we are, right?
That's weird.
It's not like I'm pulling up behind trees or anything, but
that's
like,
weird.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. I've always just like pointed, been like, I'm going over there.
Right.
And then I go over there.
Right. Exactly.
But
right. Yeah. And they're like, "Oh, hi, Ian.
We meet again." I tried to pull up your driving record and my computer crashed.
Yeah, just blue screens. Bumper overflow, alternator workshop. And you were like, "Yes, it's finally paid off."
It infected even
Yes.
the cop's computer.
Yeah, it said the wind has left my. Yeah. What is it? The spirit has left the wind.
It is. Wind has blown from spirit.
Wind has blown from spirit. That's fucking classic, man. Yeah. So, guys, don't be the stereotype. Don't bucket, man. Bucket. I drive an Infiniti, and every G35, every bag G35 I see slammed with awful exhaust and mismatched body panels and
Right.
some vape smoke coming out the window. I'm like, come on, man. Come on. The G35 was a nice car. You don't have to do that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I have just embraced the stereotype of the Volkswagen R32 owner completely.
You have. You're a middle-aged graying man. Yeah.
Yeah. Clinging desperately to his youth. I think that's exactly who drives that car.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Case closed. We're done. We're done here.
Corvette's up next.
That's kind of true.
Ian, what's the last Corvette you searched for? C6, C7, C5, C4, C3.
I think no. I think C5 Z06. I think is the last thing I looked at.
Okay.
It's I could do that.
Okay.
I would just track it, and that would be it.
Right.
That'd be fine. Let's talk about your road trip, Dave. We don't need to talk about my impending death and how time is finite.
Let's get all Herzogian on it.
Yeah.
We're
supposed to be in a good mood after karting. Remember?
True. Yeah. My wonderful girlfriend and I took a trip to Black Canyon of the Gunnison in Colorado. It is my absolute favorite thing to see in Colorado. It is deeper than the Grand Canyon. It's a breathtaking canyon, 2,300 feet deep. There's this amazing rock wall where you can see all the rock that was pushed into other rock with magma and lava and stuff, and all the geology is there.
Yeah.
And it was incredible. The only downside is that it's pretty inaccessible. It's pretty
There's mountains in the way and shit.
You have to want to go there. And it's not just that there's mountains. You can go two ways. You can go I-70 out to Grand Junction and then go south. That's not fun, right? Or you can take 285 down through Salida and then Highway 50 over and do Monarch Pass, which is cool. That's a good drive to do every now and then. But after that, it's just a slog, getting through Gunnison and all that. And then, do you go back that way, which is another half an hour on top of the I-70 route, or do you just put your head down and get through it? So the drive was awesome. The trip was awesome. My girlfriend was just hey, let's go to Black Canyon of the Gunnison this weekend. She's never seen it. I told her how much I loved it, and it was just one of those cool impromptu trips, you know?
Awesome.
Yeah, and so we had a fantastic time. We travel so well together, road trip. It the miles just melt, man. And so the old man sedan served us very well. We took my car. We did almost the entire trip on I think it was a tank and a half of gas, which for me is not bad.
Yeah.
And so we made this giant loop, and then we were 5 miles from her house, at the end of the trip. And I was telling you, we had this crazy Subaru cut us off and stop in the middle of the highway to try to make their exit ramp. I laid on the horn, and the Subaru wagon was just sitting there for a second with its turn signal on like an idiot. And so we go hundreds and hundreds of miles, and we come back to almost getting an accident right at the end.
That's how it happens.
Right? Yeah. Thankfully everybody's okay, and crazy Subaru driver. It's that thing that we've talked about where it's oh yeah, that's the last exit you're ever gonna see.
Right.
This isn't the desert. It's not next service for 70 miles.
Take the next one.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Just
know why
take
people
the
refuse to
next exit. Yeah.
So I have a question.
Sure.
About this, because you go over Monarch Pass, and 285 is a really fun road.
It is.
Are there ever moments in your old man sedan where you feel a twinge of regret for not getting something for that moment, if you wish you had something more sporty just for that exact moment?
Absolutely not.
No?
I have never like.
Okay.
Yeah, as you asked that, I was like, oh God, I never have had that feeling.
Huh.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. I think it makes all of those other driving moments so effortless and easy, and with a dash of fun,
Yeah.
like just enough to carry me through. Because on a mountain pass, my car's kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
Like with those tires, it just grips, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, we are doing this. Okay.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
On a racetrack, it's another thing. It's like, yeah, I wish I had a better car for the track. So
Right.
that's where that comes in. Right? But,
yeah.
but
anything above, like I think we've talked about this before
Yeah.
with your car, like it's 7 or 8 tenths is
yes.
that's about it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
That's about all that's fun.
Right, exactly. Before it starts to get scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's a good question though. Yeah. I haven't thought about that during like just a normal Colorado drive. The thing I really miss is going over mountain passes and having boost. I really miss a turbocharged engine.
Yeah. Your car
Yeah.
over Guanella was hilarious.
Right?
It was yeah, Dusty Rusty was hilarious. over
Right?
that.
It just I don't know, it just flips off physics and it's like, what? I got 2 liters. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally true.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah. So oh, we have a breaking news alert.
Chris Batch. We have a Chris Batch.
Oh, you're right. Yes.
So-
yes.
My buddy Chris works at an undisclosed car dealership at an undisclosed location.
Absolutely.
And he sends me pictures, usually with him in it. This week is a little different. He sent me a picture he just sends me the pictures of like cars that show up in the service department.
Okay.
And usually with no context or anything like that.
And I haven't seen this picture.
You have not seen this picture. I'm so excited for Dave to see this picture.
Okay.
So go ahead and pull up the browser,
Okay.
and then we're all gonna see it together in real time.
Okay. We're closing tabs on
Closing
the way
tabs.
to get to
oh,
it.
we're doing it.
Oh,
we're
God.
doing
I
it.
broke that. Okay.
Here we
All right.
go. We're
Here we
almost
go.
there.
Okay.
All right, drink it in. Here it goes.
Oh.
It is a Ford Mustang, a newish one,
Yeah.
and it's the front of it, and on the bottom of the windshield, facing forward,
And like 5-inch vinyl lettering.
5-inch vinyl lettering, are the words "booty" and "pizza."
BOOTY space N is in November space pizza.
And I am going to say this before you say anything. That is really all a person needs. That's it. That's everything. That's the universe. This is like the meaning of life on a window sticker in a Mustang.
Booty and pizza,
Booty and pizza.
right? Like I actually kind of like it.
I love it. I love it. Like my first instinct was like, Jesus Christ. And then the more I look at it, the more I'm like, that dude's got shit figured out. He's got it
Yeah.
all.
That's like
He's got a Mustang, and he's got booty, and he's got pizza. That's all you need.
I love that so much. Booty and pizza.
And
Booty.
he just drives around with it.
Yeah, not even ampersand,
Right.
right?
And the best
Not
part
even
about that
and.
is that he's not selling anything.
No.
He's not selling booty or pizza.
Nope.
And
You'd
he's
hope
not selling both of them.
Right.
It's just a person who knows what they like.
I would
Booty and pizza.
I would much rather see that on a car than like a Metallica sticker.
Right.
Right? Because ultimately it's the same thing. It's like, this is something I like,
Yeah.
right?
But
This is something what the thing is that the person's like, this is what I like is so much better than
and more universal.
absolutely.
This
Yeah.
is a universal sentiment right here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Find a person who says they don't like pizza and then kill them because they're a robot and they're invading and that's the revolution.
Yes, they are Cylons. Yeah.
Get rid of them.
Booty and pizza, man.
I love that so much.
Yeah, dude's just got it figured out.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if like you were in, oh my God. What if that was your car, okay? Let's just say this was your car, okay? and you like went to a job interview
I know.
where they happened to meet you at your car as
Yeah,
you
we'll
pulled
come
up.
out to the. No, I'll just come into the lobby. It's all right. You don't have to come out to the parking lot. I'll go to the lobby.
and you just wheel up.
Yeah.
Booty and pizza.
Well, and you're in a Mustang, so you have like several pedestrians clinging to the front of your car.
Right. Maybe you can get one of them to like cover that until after you've gotten the job.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you would have hit so many people on the way in.
And I also love that it's on the windshield.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This would be far less cool if it was on like the rear window or the bumper.
Yes, absolutely.
And
Then
I
it's
cannot explain to you why.
what if it was backwards like an ambulance?
Booty and pizza coming through.
Woo! That would
And then
be
people just like
fantastic.
get out of his way.
Yeah.
That
right.
guy, that gentleman has places to go.
Yeah, exactly. And
He's got things to do.
the last thing I'm gonna do is get in the way of that. Oh man, that's so great.
Oh, isn't that the best thing you've ever seen?
Yeah, that's like seeing the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. That is fantastic. The whole trend of front windshield stickers, I kind of like in a hilarious fashion.
I do too. It's so impractical and stupid.
Exactly. When people just put like there's like the people that put like the big banner across the front, like Chevrolet, Corvette, like what Honda, powered by Honda, whatever. Who cares? I want a weird ass font and I want it to say a weird ass thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're in luck, Dave, because
I
that
am?
brings me to an FMK Cars.
Okay. All right.
This one's called Booty and Pizza and Elbows and Milkshakes. Cars with an advertising twist. Sort of.
Ian, I'm setting this car as the desktop background of this computer.
Yes.
We're going to stretch
Tile it.
There we go. Yeah, let's tile
Booty
it.
and pizza and booty and pizza and booty and pizza and booty and pizza. Yeah.
There we go. It's
All right. So the first one is you get a Mustang.
Okay.
Booty and pizza.
Booty and pizza. I get the booty and pizza
You
Mustang.
get the booty and pizza Mustang.
Okay. All right.
The next one is you get a Camaro.
Okay.
And it says testicles and sushi. Gotta keep it equal opportunity here.
Yep, exactly. Okay.
And the last one I think is low key the weirdest one.
Okay.
Where people would look more askance at you than the testicles and sushi one.
Okay.
Feet and feet.
Oh, wow. Okay, what's the car?
Oh yeah, Challenger.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm killing the Challenger.
What if it was a Hellcat?
I'm killing the Hellcat.
Okay.
Feet and
Feet and feet.
Yeah. Did you see that like the episode title that we have that has the word feet in it has like a crazy high download number?
Oh, well, I guess we know what we're doing from now
We're
on.
putting feet in all of our episode titles.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And just a shot of feet.
Yeah.
One shot of feet.
Yeah.
That'll be our thumbnail.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got to kill the Hellcat. And then I think for a day I'll drive testicles and sushi.
Oh no.
And then I'm marrying booty and pizza.
Booty, right?
Right.
It's booty and pizza.
It's booty and pizza.
It is everything a person needs.
What if it was wieners and wieners?
and I'm thinking of booty in the non-gendered, the generic term.
Yeah. Just general booty.
Just general booty.
Yeah.
Booty and pizza is the most brilliant thing I've ever seen in my life. I love it. I love it so much. And I could not explain why.
You don't need to.
Yeah.
You don't need to. I think sometimes the turn is so sharp.
Yeah.
You just.
And I just love it's on a bright orange Mustang.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's on the fucking front window for no apparent reason.
Right. Yeah.
And it's giant.
Yeah.
And it's almost certainly illegal.
Oh, yeah.
To have that on your windshield.
I love that. Yeah.
Here's what I want. If any of our listeners have too much time on their hands.
Sure.
And some artistic ability.
Yeah.
I would love to see a tasteful, and respectful booty and pizza racing livery.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely tasteful.
Yes.
Yes, booty and pizza racing livery. Oh my God, I'm gonna start working.
Can
on
we just rename our podcast
Booty and Pizza?
Booty and Pizza? We've contemplated the name change before in the past.
This is the only viable candidate we've ever come across.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Booty and Pizza, automotive. I mean, it makes as much sense as TeamClearCoat.
It's true.
If we tell other journalists and manufacturers what our podcast is,
They're just about paint.
yeah, exactly.
No, we're just idiots.
No, what's your podcast? Booty and Pizza.
Oh, you talk about everything. You
Here's-
talk about the meaning of life.
Here's a Rolls Royce. You could just have it. You just take this Phantom.
It's like, you ever walk through life and you occasionally catch a sight of a person and you, for whatever reason, based on very little evidence, you think man, that person just
Got it figured out.
got it figured out.
Yep.
They've unlocked some sort of secret key, and it's usually because they're doing something weird,
Yes.
right? And you're like, man, if they're getting away with that and still just functioning as a human,
Yep.
they have figured something out. They're on some other level.
Yep.
And the rest of us are just never going to get there.
Yep.
That's this.
Booty and Pizza.
Right there.
Booty and Pizza.
Booty and Pizza.
I have an example of that, like seeing somebody and looking at them and thinking that they have it all figured out.
They're super weird, but you're envious of them.
Absolutely. So, guy behind me at Pablo's one morning.
Perfect.
Okay.
Already the perfect location.
Right.
For this.
Right. Okay.
Pablo's is my neighborhood, kind of like artsy coffee shop.
Yeah. Yeah. Great coffee. Stop there for a breakfast burrito and a small Americano. That's my after therapy treat. I work out my brain, then I put some food in my tum-tum.
Good idea.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So then I get my order, I take it, I walk out the weird little side door.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Gentleman walks out behind me, just dress shirt, cufflinks, French cuff, tie. You can tell more money than taste.
Okay.
Pleated dress pants and just everything's kind of shiny about this person. Right?
Yeah.
You just look like maybe they get glossed.
It's on the precipice between shiny and greasy.
There you go. Exactly.
Right? Perilously close to greasy.
Yep. Pants up just a touch higher and just a little bit more weight than is healthy on this person. Right? I walk to my old man sedan, and whenever you see somebody like that, you're like, well, I got to see what this motherfucker's getting into.
Yeah, 7 Series BMW would be my guess. Like an old one.
I will fucking not just one up you, I will 70 up you. Bentley Flying Spur. He gets in a car that's $250,000 and then just fucking whips into traffic like he didn't even see it. And it's like, oh.
Because it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
For him,
Yeah, exactly. Guys got it figured out. Yeah. As soon as I saw him getting that Bentley, I was in front of him. He was behind me, and I put my turn signal on, and I was like, this motherfucker's just going to hammer it into traffic. Sure enough, bam.
Yep. Because it's just different set of rules. It just doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, booty and pizza, man.
It's the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it is. This is why we love cars.
Yeah.
If somebody says, why do you do a car show? We just show this.
Booty and pizza.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
End of discussion.
What if you were talking about your children and showing people pictures and it was just
like the Crash Bandicoot thing.
The booty and pizza car.
He's so smart.
Here he is. He's in kindergarten. Head of his class.
Yeah. He got sick one time. It's still booty and pizza.
Oh, I love that.
We need to move on because we're on a clock right now because I have to pee.
Oh, okay. All right.
The next thing on our talk about list is also a story of mine. The Kirby situation.
Yeah. It's not an Elmore Leonard novel, which is what it sounds like.
No, and we will expound on this in a future episode because I think we're going to invite Kirby on.
Yeah.
So I have a friend named Kirby.
Yeah.
And he, we met at work, and he had moved from Alaska.
Oh wow. Okay, one of those, eh?
Yeah. And when he was in Alaska, he was part of the DSM scene. He was
He
was a drag racer.
Yeah, this is the guy that had the Eclipse, right?
Yeah, he had an Eclipse and just poured all of his money and his energy and heart and soul into this thing, and it just broke his heart time and time and time again because he was like chasing tenths of seconds at the drag strip kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then he sold the car, and we'll get into some of those stories when he comes on because they're all pretty hilarious. Like the time that he parked the car for like months and months and then figured out why it broke.
Yeah.
It didn't really break.
We've told that on the show before. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he basically didn't have fast cars for years, like
Okay.
probably 6 or 7 years.
Okay.
And then, like he and his wife worked really hard, and he was finally like, you know what, we're doing it. I'm gonna get a Hellcat.
Okay.
Because he likes straight line fast cars.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I tried to talk him into other stuff. He had his heart set on the CTS-V for a while, and I was just like Chevy SS. Because I wanted someone else to go to the track with.
Right.
But then he kind of pivoted and was like, I'm going to get a Charger Hellcat because he wants to get his 2 kids in the back.
Yep.
And he wants something fast.
Yep.
So he finds one, and he finds one in the blue. So I can't remember what the name of the blue.
Yeah.
But there's this really nice blue color in the recent. Yeah, that one right there.
Yep.
And so he finds one in Tulsa, which is about
Oh God, it's YouTube.
8 or 9-ish hours
Abort.
from Denver. And so he ends up buying it. It's used, and flying out there and driving it home. He gets it home. Everything's fine. He parks it in his driveway and shows his neighbor, and his neighbor knows a bit about cars and is like, that is not the right belt for that supercharger. Like, that's not the stock belt.
Okay.
He had seen other Hellcats. He's like, the belt is green.
Okay.
It's not the stock belt, and it didn't have that many miles on it. So he does some research. That is a smaller belt.
Okay.
So the pulley has been replaced to make more boost.
Yes.
So it's been modded.
A very common mod.
Yep.
But
what the dealer that sold it to him did not disclose that it had been modded.
Right.
And he drives it like another day. And it breaks.
Okay.
In pretty spectacular fashion.
Right, like the front crank pulley.
The crank pulley separated because it wasn't, I guess, pinned to the crank is the terminology they use, but basically it's like another piece of metal to keep it centered on the crank.
Right.
And what can happen is the crank pulley comes off, and then the crank starts to walk around and destroy things.
Yeah.
So he understandably freaks out.
Yeah.
Takes it to the local dealer. They start digging into the engine. He gets SRT involved.
Okay.
He's calling the old place, and then suddenly, very suddenly, the original dealership that sold it to him calls him back and basically is just like, we're taking care of it.
Whoa, what?
They paid off the loan. They sent a truck to pick up the car. It's gone, and he doesn't have to do anything. He's out, like the plane ticket out, the hotel, and the gas that he's put in the car.
Oh my God, that could have been so much worse.
Yeah.
No kidding.
And I have some theories as to what happened here,
Yeah.
and we'll go into it when he comes on the show. But it was a pretty harrowing experience for him.
Whoa, no shit, because a new engine on that thing is what, like 25
it's
grand?
Like 16, I think, is what it would have been.
Jeez.
And then it was like 3 or 4 to get the fix that he wanted that would have been required, but then he doesn't know what else was fucked up on it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Holy cow, man.
Pretty insane. Also, you and I have driven a Hellcat.
We have.
Did at any point while driving that car, did you think to yourself, you know what this thing needs?
Even more power.
More power from boost.
Yeah.
That's what this thing needs.
That did not occur to me once.
That would not be the first mod that I would do in that car.
Waterproof seat covers for you is what I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
The Kirby situation. So
situation.
look for that in a future episode. We'll have him on in the next couple of weeks because there's a nice coda to it. I think he's getting another one. So
nice.
We will talk to him about kind of like leaving in car enthusiasm and coming back
yeah,
to it
absolutely.
and like dancing around it and then having his heart broken so immediately after
Kirby.
that.
Wow.
It's pretty entertaining story.
So I have not done any FMK cars.
Let's fix that.
I'm going to do one.
Please do.
Okay. I have two, but one I think would be a whole thing.
Okay.
You have to urinate.
I do.
You're dancing. Okay. This one is called
I have to pee so bad and then I'm drinking water. You ever get to that point where you're
Yeah.
like, I need to drink some water and that's going to help?
Right. It definitely will. Yeah, you're like the water in your bladder will be like, I want to go be with that other water
Yeah.
instead.
That's how it works, right? That's how
Okay.
science works.
All right. So this one is called additive issues. I'm going to give you a car with an engine swap, and then something's going to be added to that car periodically.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right. First up, I'm going to give you a Subaru Brat with a
Okay.
full STI swap.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. So, here, how about that one? Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't know who that is
That's
sitting
Doug.
in the back. That
That's
is
Doug
Doug
DeMuro.
DeMuro. Hey, there we go. Okay.
He's in the jump seats.
So you get a Subaru Brat with a STI swap.
Okay.
A sticker for a brewery shows up on one of your windows every 3 months.
Okay.
Okay?
That seems right.
Okay. Second, I'm going to give you, as you're doing your dance over there,
Oh, I have to pee so bad.
a Jaguar
Okay.
XJS
All right.
with a small block Chevy swap.
Nice.
Okay?
Yeah.
It fixes all the problems, basically.
I want one
Right?
just like that so bad.
Right?
Yeah.
Once a year, it is going to get hit by a golf ball, and on one of the body panels,
Not allowed to fix
you're
it.
not allowed to fix it.
Okay.
Okay? Lastly, before you pee yourself and the blanket for it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you a Volvo 240.
Absorption
Yes.
possibilities in here.
Volvo 240
Okay.
with an LS swap.
Nice.
Okay?
Okay.
I'll give you the wagon. You want the wagon.
Of course I want the
Right.
wagon.
Okay? All right. Every 100 miles, the exhaust gets 5 decibels louder.
Oh.
Well, it's O until it's O.
Yeah, until it's pardon?
Yeah.
Okay.
And for if you F that, I would say every 20 minutes.
Okay. This is easy. And then you're gonna do plugs because I am going to
Okay.
pee.
Okay.
I am going to crush the Subaru.
Okay.
I'm going to marry the Jag.
Okay.
Clearly. And then I will drive the 240 for a day.
Okay. All right.
And then what would you do?
Don't worry about
Okay,
it.
I gotta go pee. I love everyone. Bye. Dave's gonna do plugs. Bye.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm just gonna talk so much stuff about you while you're gone. Yeah. Yes. So for a day, I think I would do the Volvo 240 wagon, and I would probably marry the Jag. As much as I would love a Brat with an STI swap. Let's see here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop into the chat. I miss you, Ian. There's nobody in the chat, so let's do some plugs. So this is the Team Clearcoat podcast. This feels so weird. Ike feels like this like every show. Yeah. So let's see here. Yeah. Wow. Ian leaves and everything breaks. Okay. Subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on iTunes. Rate and review on iTunes. We would love that. Send us your FMK cars, teamclearcoat@gmail.com. If you see something weird out on the street, give us a call at the Automotive Crisis Line. That is 720-515-1391. If you see something, say something. I think that's it. We love you, everybody, and and goodbye. Say goodbye, Ian. Okay, bye. We love you.